In today's cooking class, I'll be teaching you how to make my Provencal style chicken breast with tomatoes and mushrooms. This is actually a take from my dad's cookbook, but I've gotten rid of all the cream and all the stuff that makes it really caloric, and it's still absolutely delicious, but with only 299 calories per serving. I'm going to start by chopping up about 2 cups of tomatoes. They don't have to be really finely chopped because they're going to go into the pan. I want to give them just a little chunking. Just going to pop that into a bowl. Now for the mushrooms. We're going to need about 3 cups sliced. That's about an 8-ounce package, maybe a few more. With the big ones, I like slicing the stem first and then doing the cap. Now, just for a little garnish at the end, I'm going to chop up just a couple of tablespoons of fresh parsley, just for a little green. Just going to pop this right into a bowl and set it aside. I'm going to use it at the last minute to garnish my plates. So let's get to cooking some chicken. Now, I just pulled my chicken breasts out of the fridge and I have cut them in a paillard style. And you can learn how to do that right on my website. We have a how-to video on how to paillard a chicken breast. Just giving them a quick grinding of sea salt and fresh ground pepper. I'm just going to preheat my pan over about medium-high heat. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of really good olive oil to the pan. I'm using Frantoio, that's one of my personal favorites. And give a little swirl. I'm going to add the chicken, spiced side down. One more grinding of sea salt and black pepper for the unspiced side. Now I'm just going to let them sit for about 5 minutes until they get nice and golden brown. Now that they're nice and golden, I'm just going to remove them from the pan one by one. Keep it nice and warm. Now we're going to get started with our veggies. First, the mushrooms. And then I'm going to give them a little stir and a shake. You can see that they're just a little bit golden. Next, the tomatoes, in they go. Now for some spices. Start with some garlic, a couple teaspoons. A teaspoon of dried tarragon. Here come the Provencal flavors. About a half a teaspoon of dried rosemary. About a teaspoon of dill. Throw a little bit of sea salt in, about a half a teaspoon or so. Of course, some fresh ground pepper. And a little stir. Now for some wine flavors. I've got about a half a cup of Reserve Chardonnay that I'm going to pour in there. Give that a little stir. About a quarter of a cup of Marsala. I'm going to mix that together with just a teaspoon or so of arrowroot powder, and that acts as a thickener. Now, when my dad was making this dish for me, he would be pouring, instead of a little arrowroot, he would be pouring fresh cream into the pot, which is also delicious, but very caloric. So I'm just going to let that simmer away and reduce a little bit, 10-15 minutes or so. Now I'm just going to slide my chicken breast back into that wonderful sauce. And I'm going to add the juices also that have accumulated on the plate. Just sink them in there a little bit. And I'm just going to cover it for just a minute or two just to heat them through. Now we're ready to serve. Nice and steaming hot. Nice piece of chicken here. Place it on my plate. Some of this beautiful sauce. Thank you for joining me in today's cooking class. If you have any questions about this recipe or any other recipe in our online cooking school, feel free to send me an email at nina@ninacucina.com.